Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us here on KXAN Live. I'm Will DuPree, coming to you from the KXAN Live studio. Thank you for being here. And we are going to extend our conversation today about this new reporting project we launched here at KXAN just last week. It's called Stop Mass Shootings, and we really wanted to be a resource for Texans and lawmakers alike as they look for gun violence solutions after that awful, deadly school shooting in Uvalde. Two of the stories we're going to talk about today really focus on data in two different ways. One, as you can see right here, looks at how teachers are feeling about the school's safety measures around the state, while the other provides some analysis of mass shooter profiles and the Uvalde suspect. We will get into both of these stories, so please stay with us. But right now I want to bring in two of our investigative reporters who have helped bring us these respective stories. We are getting a double dose of the investigative office here in KXAN Live today, and we are very appreciative of it. So please welcome Kelly Wiley and Dalton Huey. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, and Kelly, this is your first time, so please welcome. We're going to start with you then.
Okay.
So we're looking again at these surveys about teachers out there in the community after this deadly shooting in Uvalde. So why don't we just get started with who helped us get this survey and how many responses we got in return?
Well, we talked to Texas AFT, Texas American Federation of Educators, and we wanted to talk to them because they'd already done their own survey where they focused really on legislation that could happen, that was on the table, and they got a really overwhelming response. I think they had over 5,000 responses from there. So we connected with them to help them push out the survey to the educators they were in touch with, because we wanted to get the most broad range of feedback from all of the educators. So in total, we did about over 1,600 responses. That's how much we got back from over 100 counties. So we were really pleased with the range of teachers that we heard from, and their responses it was really overwhelming. We were reading them aloud in our Investigate's office because we were so amazed by the feedback and the observations that they made.
I mean, and these came from all over the entire state. People really responded to this. And we have to give a shout out to our data reporter here at KXAN, Christopher Adams, who helped you put together this really compelling story. So want to give him his credit too. But let's focus in on one question that the teachers received and were asked about, and that was with the idea of arming educators in response to this shooting.
Right. There's already a program here in Texas, the School Marshal Program, that allows that option for schools to put certain people within their campuses through a TCOL training, and then actually be able to be a school marshal and to be armed. But not every school district participates in that. Not a lot of educators relatively are participating in the program. And again, this concept came up after the shooting that happened at Robb Elementary, and we wanted to make sure we asked that question. The response from that was pretty overwhelming. We asked, are you okay with school administrators being armed? Are you okay with teachers in the school building being armed? And for both of those questions, the answer was overwhelmingly no. 66% said they didn't want school administrators armed. 72% said they didn't want teachers armed. And we gave them an opportunity to give us more of a narrative, or basically to expound on why. But the responses even to that were really very interesting to me. One teacher in Harris County said, I'm hesitant to say I think we need guns in our schools because that's a reflection of how far down this path we've gone. Just incredible responses from teachers from this survey.
Yeah, let's listen to a part of the story that you put together about these survey results, and we will repeat those numbers again for people, but listen to the perspective that teacher adds at the very end of this. Take a look at this.
The educators we surveyed described failing door locks, lacking mental health resources, and traumatized students. An overwhelming majority, 78%, disagreed with arming teachers or school administrators for the sake of school safety. Here's what one teacher in Williamson County said.
That is a disaster waiting to happen. The odds of that many guns in non-career expert hands all day around children is a bad idea. I'm sick of this question and it being our responsibility to solve.
Yeah, so again, we got so many responses across, I'm sure, all the spectrum on this particular issue. But Kelly, I want to ask you, in addition to that, we surveyed these teachers and educators about mental health resources in their districts and in their own classrooms. So what were some of the responses to that?
We were so interested in putting this question on our survey because of a lot of the talk following that shooting. We heard our governor say that in that particular area in Uvalde, there weren't a lot of mental health resources, and that he felt that this was a major focus that lawmakers needed to have going into these talks about what laws potentially to put on the books. And the response we got from teachers and educators, principals, was overwhelming on that too. Over 50% said that they did not feel their campus had adequate resources to address student mental health. And I know you have a clip that you might play there, but just some of what we heard. Students need access to mental health care. 2 counselors is not enough for 500 students. That's what one teacher said out of Harris County, and a lot of the responses we got were along those lines.
Just 18% of educators polled felt their schools had adequate resources to address mental health. Here's what one teacher from Bexar County said.
Counselors are often used for administrative duties and don't have time to truly offer counseling and mental health resources.
So in addition to those 2 issues, Kelly, we looked at a number of things in this survey. Can you talk about what else the survey respondees looked at?
We broke it up on our website just because so much good data coming from these teachers. We talked about threat response. We kind of made it as a confidence answer, from strongly disagree to strongly agree. And the statement was, my campus responds to social media threats appropriately. And boy, the responses were all over the board. This wasn't as overwhelming as some of the questions about arming teachers. You see there that 5% strongly disagreed with that. But then on the other end of the spectrum, you see over 50% agreed that their school district does respond to social media threats appropriately. But then when we got into these more narrative responses from teachers, you could see where there might be a variance in answers. A lot of it, from our perspective and from reading their responses, was not so much that the school districts were not monitoring social media, but sometimes the students didn't know even how to approach reporting certain things. One response that really jumped out to our team: each time I told a group of students about our anonymous alert system, it was the first time they'd heard of it. That was a teacher in Williamson County who said that. So again, not so much that the resources are not there, but that maybe there's not as high awareness even among the student body who might hear about these things first.
Well, perhaps out of that will be some change in spreading the word a little bit better. And that's the goal of this whole project, is to give people solutions to identify some things to improve upon.
Right. And so many times we're hearing from the top of school districts or principals, but our team found that there's a lot of great value in hearing from those that are inside the classrooms, down on the ground, who really notice a lot of things that happen when it comes to the physical safety of their campus, the doors, the locks, the students themselves. We found it extremely valuable.
Well, you can read Kelly's story in full along with our data reporter Christopher Adams on our website right now. Here's the headline, so if you want to look at it specifically on our website. Kelly, thank you so much for your work and for joining us for a little bit of extra perspective on your story.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yeah, in addition, we have another investigative reporter here in the studio with me too. Dalton Huey has been waiting patiently for his turn in the hot seat here, but Dalton, thank you again for being here.
Of course.
Yeah, we really wanted to highlight your story too, because it's focusing on this database of mass shooters and the profiles about them, particularly what motivated them or the factors leading up to it, or even possible warning signs. Tell us where this data exactly is coming from.
Yeah, so the Violence Project actually created the database. It was after 2 years of research, solely profiling mass shooters since 1966. Most recently, it's been updated with the Denver, Colorado shooter, and it's continuously being updated now. I think we're at 179 mass shooters that it's profiled.
Okay, and what did the data show about the motives for these mass shooters?
Yeah, so it really analyzed, I want to say, about a dozen variables that it found motives of from past mass shooters. Some of those most common motives being, interpersonal conflict, employment issues, and then other things such as like generalized anger. And then actually, nearly a quarter of the motives or of the mass shooters, their motives still unknown.
Well, it is very interesting to see this kind of laid out in this way and how they charted it, but the research also looked at signs of crisis for these mass shooters. What did they find in that?
So the crisis piece was actually one of their key findings, finding that almost the majority of mass shooters were in some state of crisis prior to the shooting. It was approximately 80%, just over 80%, according to the data, that were in a crisis either days, weeks, months, or years prior to the shooting, and then over 70% of those experienced some kind of stressor or triggering event, such as family issues or anything from family issues to abusive behavior, isolation, those kind of things.
Additionally, how often did this data look at the communication side of this? How often did these shooters communicate in advance about what they intended to do?
Yeah, so the data found that nearly half of all mass shooters communicated their plan or intent to do harm prior to the shooting. Majority of those communications occurred either in person or via social media or the internet. And then, it found that about 70% of mass shooters, especially K through 12 school and workplace mass shooters, knew at least one of the victims from the incident.
All right, well, if you would like to read Dalton Huey's story there about the data looking into the profiles of these mass shooters that we've seen in our country's history, it is available right now on our website, as well as Kelly's story about what teachers are responding about school safety measures after the Uvalde shooting. Dalton and Kelly, thank you both for being here and sharing your perspective and your reporting. Great job as always.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
All right, everybody. If you would like to read more about their stories, you can go onto our website. That's KXAN.com. We have a special section for Stop Mass Shootings. That's KXAN.com/stop-mass-shootings. Pretty easy to find there. It's also a link on our homepage. You can also find our reporting and other resources on our KXAN News mobile app, so please download that if you haven't done so already. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I'm Will DuPree. We'll see you back here another time. Please, everyone, stay safe and healthy out there, and take care.